Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to identify contour errors and how to get rid of extra double lines, especially when you get a CAD CAM, actually a 3D CAD file imported from a customer that has some double lines behind it and will interfere with our regular lines in the front. First I'm going to show you import a drawing, selecting a DWG file that I have here as a sample, open it up, zoom out a little bit and place it on my board. Here's my physical part now. The first thing what I'm going to show you is, okay, let me just make one of these lines not meet with each other and make a little gap here. And let's just try to create the part, hit contours, highlight the part, right mouse click or press enter, and you will see that here we have no identical shape as what we have here in the back. We're actually missing here the outside contour, and if you press OK now, it will actually make the holes that were supposed to be the holes physical parts, like little discs, and it highlights the outside contour. Just press escape and undo, and let's see what is wrong with that geometry by using this contour error analyzer. There's a little square with a red circle and a yellow circle, and when you click on the button there, highlight the part, and right mouse click or enter, you will see immediately there's two circles popping up on my screen, and each circle is actually for one endpoint. The most important ones are the red ones, to make sure that they're meeting each other and not having a gap between, like here. I'm going to use the fillet 0 in this occasion here, and I click on the first object and the second line that I would like to let meet each other, and they're gonna extend, both lines gonna extend that far that they cross each other. And when you're done with that, you press enter to just get out of the command. Now I'm gonna click one of these red circles just on the circle, and I press delete button. Now all the circles, yellow or red, everything will be deleted what came on by just only hitting the contour error analyzer first. If I'm zooming out right now and pan over a little bit, there you go, then I will create my part, click contours here, highlight my part, press enter or right mouse click, and you will see now in your create part window that everything looks how it should be, and you can confirm with OK. And now my part is created as shown. This is the way how to identify the contour errors in your contour that you probably could get from any kind of DWG or DXF file from a customer. Now I'm going to show you another trick that might get rid of double lines if the customer is sending you, for example, a 3D kind of drawing that has been saved in a flat plane, by just showing you, for example, this drawing. This is DWG that IGEMS in this preview opens up as a 3D wireframe, and when I open it up, it actually opens it up in the XY plane, which you can see here. And if I would create my part, hit the contour button here, highlight the part, right mouse click or enter, and press OK. and it gives me an error here that actually tells me that there's something wrong with the geometry. Well, it doesn't tell me that, but this is basically the error that will show up when there's something wrong with the geometry, and it says failed to create part. I press OK again, and yeah, basically I can't get this to run, so I press cancel, and you will see that my whole part is actually messed up. The geometries are showing up wrong. Let's just undo this step. So let's check this geometry for double lines, and we can do that by the cleanup feature. It's a red cross with two parallel lines. When I hit the icon here, highlight the part, press enter or right mouse click, and then you will get this cleanup window here. You have the explode and the clean button. First we're going to explode always, so all my entities are falling in little segments, and then I'm going to go with a 1/1000th accuracy. I'm going to clean my geometry, and this 1/1000th is mainly meant to show as lines that are within a 1/1000th of each other. Clean them, basically. Clean one of them that is should not be there. I press the clean button here, and now you will see here on the bottom of your screen reduced 70 segments to 12 segments. So I have physically taken out 58 segments, and still my geometry is the same. If I press escape now to deselect the geometry, and now click on the create part step, hit the contours, highlight my part, press enter or right mouse click. You will see again that the whole preview looks good, and press OK, and now it physically takes my geometry how it should be. So these double lines actually kept the create part step of making its proper part here. Then we have another thing that sometimes will come in phases, especially if you do a lot of artistic works. Then we have the something like this, for example. Let's say this is a contour that has been sketched on a piece of paper, and somebody wants to cut this on glass, like a table or something like that, which is really artsy. The first thing what will happen if, let me just show you this quick. If we have one line, and I select the line by clicking on it, you will see the line comes out with three little rectangles here. Okay, if I select this line, you will see all blue rectangles. That means that everything here is interpolated with an basically between data points that have been taken from a scanner, and actually will connect all these data points with little lines, but it will not be a nice smooth curve here or there, and it will actually make this whole geometry out of so many little entities. And when you start creating this as a part program on your Waterjet machine, your Waterjet might just, what happens is every little line will be here a line of code in your controller. So you would see an enormous long program with a lot of line of codes that are all telling him to go one little increment of this to this position to that position, and your machine actually decelerates very quick every little line. So what might happen is that your machine starts to kind of like maybe making a shaking sound, or is really vibrating very quick. You should actually get this contour smoothened out a little bit better, so you will not have all these little entities going step by step. You also can see it on the controller that it's reading all these G&M codes very rapid, very fast. It actually scrolls way fast through your G&M codes. So what we're gonna do first is actually escape to deselect it again. So hit the escape button on your keyboard, and we are going to use the curve fit feature, which is this this icon here. It's a red arrow that actually goes from a straight line to a curved line. And I actually select the polyline. You have to have, by the way, the line has to have has to be a polyline. So if you don't have a polyline yet, you have to actually join it first with the join feature here on the left hand side. This is already a polyline, so I just click on the line and it will automatically highlight the whole line. I press enter to confirm that what I have selected is everything what I want. And it will ask me what kind of tolerance do you want to use to actually change your geometry. Of course, because you're going to fit a curve, a smooth curve, a smooth radius curve in an amount of entities, it actually asks you how far do you want to let the actual geometry go off from the normal geometry that you're going to try to create more smoother. Default, I'm always starting with 10,000ths, so 0.01, and press OK. And as you can see here in the bottom, I actually reduced 944 to 90 nodes, so that actually has reduced it with a factor 10. If I now click on the geometry style here again, you will see there's a whole lot less blue rectangles, and it actually fitted a lot of radiuses in my geometry, so it actually is going to run a whole lot smoother. If I'm gonna just watch how it actually changed the geometry by not much at all, you can actually just undo and redo it again, and you will see barely anything change. That is physically all what it does. So if it's a lot of artistic work, I bet there's not somebody who's going to put a caliper on this to that radius and says, okay, that needs to be exactly this dimension. Be aware that if you have something that has to be an accurate part with need to be go to be measured or anything like that with a caliper or a measuring tape, make sure that you're then drawing the part itself instead of doing the doing this curve fit to actually fit curves, because you might have not the great geometry anymore that you needed for this for that part. So if it's a square rectangle that somebody put on a scanner and tried to scan in, and then you put it in here and you have still a lot of entities and you're going to try to curve fit that, it of course will not make a great geometry style at all. So that way I advise to just use the commandos here, like the CAD commandos, to physically draw this program up itself. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.